Hey everyone, it's the Hey Poopy Podcast. What that booty do from poop to pleasure to health. Hosted by me, Dave.
And me, Ellen, two curious people removing the stigma from your stinker. And why are we doing this? Because we love laughing and learning about butts and helping them to be the best they can be. And on this week's episode, you just get me and Dave because I had an epic story to tell, which you're going to hear soon enough. So hold on to yourself. But yeah, we have some guests coming up. But as we've said this past year, it's been just a little bit crazy.
Yeah, it's been a little light.
So at least we're still giving you content and we're bringing the two of us, your favorite duo.
Yes, and Ellen's story is really funny. You can hear a little tidbit like this.
I had Mistress Natalie over at my photo studio, and she was like, hey, I have this sissy sub, and he really wants a boudoir shoot to remember the day. He's on Molly. He's like touching his boobs, which she like injected all the silicone into, saline into his chest to make it look like he has boobs. And then he turns to me and he's like, I have to use the bathroom. And so he gets back from the bathroom. We're taking more pictures on the bed, and I have this like sheep rug like throw on the bed to make it look plush. And Natalie, all of a sudden, I hear her go, and I was like, what's going on? And I walk over to the bed, and I also go,
oh no,
because there's poo-poo
the shit
on my sheep's skin.
Oh god,
not a full turd.
Yeah.
But like skid marks.
Like a skid mark? Oh, God.
In the sheep's fur.
Oh, God. So even though we don't have guests, we have fun stuff to talk about. We've got good news. We have a really, I guess, tricky, shitty choice.
Choices.
So we'll let you figure that one out. It's a good one, I think. And if you out there would like to know more about Ellen and myself, visit us at heypoopypodcast.com, and you can find everything about us, merch. You can find about our cartoons, award-winning cartoons, I might add, and just all the fun-filled things that live in our world.
Yes. And on to the shit show.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
Yes, it is. Bingo.
Hey, everybody, it's the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave
and Ellen. And this is episode 197, but it'll always be number 2 to us, our favorite number. And you just get the delectable, the delicious, the dynamic poo-o today because...
Delectable is an interesting choice of words.
Because we are Sans guest. We do have some guests coming up, but it's been, as we always have said, the past year, it's been a little bit difficult to book people.
Dry. I mean, people, they're busy. I get it. Things have opened up since, and,
And our friend group, we've had them all on already.
Pretty much went through that, tore through that. But there'll be other people on. So right now you get us, which is fine. We have good stuff. It might be a short episode, but you'll get content, which is that's what everybody wants. So
I have epic stories to tell.
Nice. I mean, well, since you have epic stories, I have no epic stories to tell. I've had normal
check
shitting.
In first.
That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, good.
I'm just about to.
Tell me about your poo.
I mean,
sir.
It's nothing nothing spectacular. I've just been going to the bathroom like a normal person. I still have my adventures at work. I'm off today. But normally, like at work, I take my one crap during the day, and there's always someone in there with like on their phone. It's like crazy the amount of people that are on their phone in a public bathroom, not necessarily talking. I only got the one guy that was talking, but I can hear the phone. You can hear them like interacting with the phone, and it's just disturbing and weird. But plus, they got this shit all over their phone. It's just like shit particles and God knows what else. But
is it the same person or?
I have no idea. I can't see the. Luckily, our stalls are really low, so you can't see really.
Oh, good.
You have to stick your foot underneath, I guess if you wanted to, you can lean down, I guess, and be a psycho. But yeah. And I'm always in the large, extra large handicap zone. And that's the best. But yeah, people it's crazy. Like there's a lot of people I work with that love being on their phone in the crapper. So But yeah, nothing really interesting for me. I just stick into my normal 4s, 5s.
Yeah.
Although I did get something that was really funny. My wife's birthday was last week, and we went to the park, had a big park meetup, and a friend of mine had bought this for our anniversary, actually. A friend of ours named Michelle, shout out to Michelle, and it's called the Soothing Butt Mask. Get smooth and silky skin. And my friend was like, "Ooh, this is nice. It's from Jeju, Jeju Island. And it's from a company, I guess a subdivision called Buttitude. And it's like this hilarious thing that just says,
you have to do it and give a full report.
It's just like ridiculous. Some of this shit they make for people is like fucking so stupid, but it's really funny. There says, easy to use. Step 1, make sure your butt skin is clean and dry. Number 2, remove both mask pieces from the pouch. So you get one for each cheek, obviously. Not one big one. Remove the protective film and apply the mask onto your skin. The straight edges should face outward. And then our tip, just relax and chill during the treatment time.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is hilarious. Buttitude perfect fit masks are designed for you to feel free of your moves at any time.
Ooh.
This is fucking hilarious. So yeah, this is pretty funny. 20 minutes. You gotta leave this
20 minutes to smooth butt cheeks.
I guess so, yeah. So I guess it's a thing. Buttitude. So if you're out there, Buttitude, if you're listening, and I know you are, just give us a shout out.
I'll send them an email and see if I can book them for the show.
There's some more butt masks. I haven't tried this thing yet, but we're gonna try it at some point, which is gonna be funny because I think we have to do it like one at a time. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up. I guess I can just get up. We just put them on ourselves and just lay down the bed, face down. But it's pretty hilarious. So I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah,
but other than that, nothing really to write home about. Just the normal everyday. But I know you've been chomping at the bit here, so lay it on us.
Well, I'll start with my check-in. I have been very busy with a house guest the past couple of days, and we have been eating out almost every night for dinner. Mostly not because I don't want to cook at home, mostly because we're just like, and then let's go to this, and then let's go to that, and like let's squeeze in some food when we're out. And so yesterday, I realized I was really badly constipated and was a little bit gassy because of it, which was not fun. But then this morning I woke up and I went out to the kitchen and I just sat down for a second and I was like, ooh, I get to poop. Great. And it was just like a Bristol 4. It was like normal. And I was like, at least I'm not constipated anymore. Cause I consider constipation if I go a full day without pooping. And then I made breakfast, had my coffee, and then I was talking to my friend and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I really have to poop. It's coming. And I went into the bathroom and I had the speaker going because I'm like muffling the sound from my house guest. And the speaker is up on a shelf, like way above the toilet. And all of a sudden she starts talking to me through the door. And I'm like, between the exhaust fan in the bathroom, the speaker going, my poop sounds, I was like, can you just give me a minute? Like, I can't talk to you. And it was like Bristol 5-6. It was wasn't great. It was, but I drank some tequila last night. So I think it was just, the tequila shits, like emptying out the constipation. Mm-hmm. But it was just funny. And then she was like, I came out and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. You did tell me you had to poop. I don't know why I was talking to you through the door. And I was like, it's okay. Yeah, like, but we've been friends for like 15, 16 years. And like, she's basically family at this point. So I don't care. But that I thought was funny. So when it comes to my epic check-in, like for the past like 2 weeks, a bunch of crazy stuff has happened. I'm going to start with like a low ball thing. I was sitting on the couch and my cat came out of the litter and started scooting its butt on the floor. That's not good. And I was like,
that's never good.
No scooting. And so I grabbed her and she's like, and she's a 13-year-old senior cat. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, I grabbed her to look at the situation to see, like, did she just have poo-poo back there? I have to like clean off. She had more than just poo-poo back there. She had a hairball / turd halfway sticking out of her butthole.
Oh, gross.
And I literally had to pin her down and yank that thing out.
Barehanded.
No, not barehanded.
I was like,
no,
I don't.
no.
Okay, sorry. Okay, just making sure.
I should have like filled in the details. I got stuff to then.
Okay.
I did not do it barehanded at all.
I was like,
I more
wow, that's
assessed
pretty
the situation,
Gotcha.
and I was like, oh, that's what I have to do. Got up, got paper towels, a latex glove, and I like had to. And she was like wanting to claw my eyeballs out. And but it was like she wasn't really constipated with poo. It was because it's stuck in there. It's hairball season, you know. They're shedding they're literally puking up hairballs like every morning. I see a new hairball.
Yeah.
I saw one this morning that was like 3 inches long. I was like, and I'm giving them that stuff that's supposed to help them, but still, it's just a mess over
thanks
here.
for clarifying. I was like, well, that's pretty fucking badass. You just like
no. My God. I don't do anything barehanded with my cat's buttholes.
I mean, I don't know. You're like, in the moment, you're like, I got to get this thing done now. That's crazy.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Thank God she's small, but she like literally was losing her shit. And I was like, honey, you have to help me deal with this. Otherwise, you're going to have this thing poking out of your butt for a while.
Yeah. Cats are definitely not into that.
No. And it was pretty big for a little kitty. I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's very Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston style.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I just Bobby Browned my cat.
Oh, my God. It's so gross. Thank God our kids haven't done that yet. That's coming. That train's coming.
And then I was hanging out with a friend of mine last night. And she's like, I have a poop story for you. And I was like, I'm going to tell it on the show tomorrow. I was like, do you want to come on the show? And she's like, no. And I was like, you can come on anonymously. And she's like, no. And I was like, okay. And I was like, but I'm going to tell it on the show. And it wasn't as epic as she made it sound, but she basically was like, I went out to dinner with a friend. And as I was coming home, and all of a sudden she was like, oh, I got the bubble guts. And she had like this funny hack where she took her cell phone and she was like, I'm nervous getting out of the subway and walking home that I might bump into either somebody I know, and then they're going to talk to me and I'm going to be like, no, I can't talk to you right now. Or she's going to shit her pants. And so she like talked on her cell phone only to herself. It wasn't like on. Yeah. And she just pep talked herself into her apartment and made it. And I was like, that's a good hack. Yeah, sometimes it's the mind-body connection. And maybe you just had to distract your body from shitting your pants. And she was like, you got this, girl. You got this. You got this.
She should have made a voice recording of it. That would have been funnier.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
I thought that was
maybe I'll
funny.
try that if I'm remembering at the time.
Yeah.
As I'm shitting my pants.
Pep talk or just distract yourself from it. And then my friend who's also staying over, I told her about our Hey Poopy cartoons. So I played them for her the other night. And then yesterday she went into the city to like sightsee and stuff. And she said that she like stopped by a cafe and had a coffee. And she's like, should I wait and just see if I have to use the bathroom before I leave? And she's like, no, I think I'll be fine. And she said that like on the subway, she was like, oh, what if I shit my pants? Oh my God. And like, it was because she watched all of our cartoons. Yeah. Like she never even thought about it before, but she said that our cartoons implanted this like idea of her shitting her pants. And I was like, and she was like, she was like, I don't know what I would have done. And I was like, you would have come on the show. That's what you would have done.
I mean, yeah, it's fresh in her mind still. She's like, God damn it. Shit my pants on the subway. No one ever thinks about it until it happens. You know, you're just like, but fuck.
She was thinking about it too much because of watching all of our cartoons.
She's like, God damn it. She's like, these stupid cartoons.
So funny. Yeah. It's like how I've had some friends in the past be like, I hear your theme song and I have to poop. And I was like, that's a great thing. Jesus. Like, I'm glad that our theme song is a laxative
it's helping.
To you.
Yeah. It's diuretic. Which reminds me, in the country off of my friend, we were at where I live in Brooklyn, there's this new sex store, not new, it's been there for a while, called Romantic Depot, which is if you live in Brooklyn, it's hilarious. It's like one of the funniest fucking things ever. But I was in there with a friend of mine. We were getting dinner, and I was meeting my wife. And
you were getting dinner in the sex store?
Yeah, I was getting dinner in the sex store. It was great. No,
edible panties?
The pasta was delicious. No, the penis pasta was delicious. No, we were meeting my wife for dinner. She was coming from the gym or something, and then she's like, hey, do you mind if I got to pop in here to get some lube? I'm like, do you want to come in with me? I'm like, yeah, sure, it's fine. So we're going in there. She's like, we're like looking around, kind of just like goofing around. I've been in there before, but just like laughing and stuff and all the generic products. And then she's like, oh, hey, can we go back to your place real quick? And I'm like, yeah, like what? It was like very sudden, I'm like, oh yeah. She's like, her look in her eye, and I'm like, and then I'm like, I thought you'd want to peruse a little bit more. She's like,
Yeah.
no. And she starts walking, and like we're walking towards the cashier, and then she turns around like all quietly and goes, I gotta take a huge shit in your apartment right now. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
The romantic depot got
I
it
could
moving.
not stop laughing because I was just like, yeah, it was like really weird. I thought you'd want to like, it's seconds, it seemed like. She just grabbed the lube and then was kind of looking around and then went from that to like, oh my God, like the panic on her face. And then we get outside. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "I don't care. Like, I live right down the street."
Yeah.
But it was just really funny. Like, just the turnaround, instant. Like, I gotta take a shit. And so now that they got a bathroom here, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a bathroom here." If they do, you probably don't want to go.
Nothing in New York has public bathrooms.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, if it
well, it's good that you live only a block away, so she had relief.
I mean, she just barely. We got back. She's like, "Oh my God, I can't." I was like, "Whoa, thank you." I'm like, "Yeah, no worries." I go, "It's right here."
The idea of sex toys got her gut moving.
We were just laughing so hard. Ooh, it's pretty hot, right? I'm like in a sex store, in a sex toy store. Like, I gotta take a shit. I'm like, somebody's into that here. I mean, not at the store, but like, I'm sure there's been a patron here that would be into that. Like, what? There's shitting going on here? I didn't know about that. I didn't know it was all about that. Anyway, yeah.
Friends of mine are working on this like space that I think is going to be like dominatrix event space. I haven't really seen it, but they like whatever. And one of them was working on like some like construction stuff in the space, and he turned and looked at this girl, and she was like eating some weird food, and he was like, "Hey, that's like, what's going on?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm prepping for like a guy tomorrow."
Right.
She was like, "Yeah, I'm shitting on this guy tomorrow." And he was like, "Ooh, okay." And she was like, "Not your thing?" And he's like, "No, most definitely not my thing."
Not your thing? Yeah, that's for shockingly a lot of people. Not their thing.
Not your thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
oh,
then.
Oh God, that's insane. I just can't even. that still trips me out. Like, people like, thank God I do not have that proclivity.
I know. The same person asked me, he was like, "What's your kinks?" And I was like, I don't even know anymore. Like, I was in a relationship with I was in a relationship for 12 years. Like, I think my only kink is I like men. Like, I know for a fact I'm not bisexual. I tried really hard in high school and college, and it just didn't stick.
Tried really hard.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Let me get in here.
Yeah.
You're like, nah.
I made out with and had sex with a lot of ladies and I was just like, yeah, it's not for me. But at least I put my, effort in.
A for effort.
Yeah, exactly.
A for effort, E for effort. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But I was like, I don't even know what my kink is. Like, maybe watching people. I don't even know. Like, especially with the pandemic, like I'm going out dancing recently and like going to like art galleries again. And I'm like, I don't even know what my life is like anymore. Maybe
this is like a journey. You'll find a new kink.
Yeah. I'll if it's poop related, I'll bring it to the podcast, but I doubt it is.
Oh my God.
I'm just like,
I'm in the shit now. Insane. Yeah. Oh my God.
My kink is making out with somebody who likes me.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Let's start off like here's like where we're starting from. And then we'll figure stuff out as it goes. Like, have a baseline. Like, just.
I'm like, kissing? I don't know.
Holding hands? No.
Kissing? Having my boobies touched? Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. That's a good goal.
Like, I was like, I don't even know anymore.
And we could just like level up,
Yeah. Can we pretend like we're like teenagers again and figure this all out?
Yeah. A little dry.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do any kind of humping at this point. Dry, wet.
Go hang out the romantic depot. Just gonna be like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, do you need help with anything? No, I'm just kind of looking around, see if anybody's.
I'm looking at what I can hump in here.
Yeah. When's the busy time in the store? Like, when's it popping in here? I don't even know
anymore. I'm like, am I broken? I don't even know.
You're like working there all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. So here's my epic story that I text Dave last week. And I was like, I know we don't have a guest for a little bit, but I have a story that I need to tell you on the podcast. And I've told a couple people this story and they're all like, oh,
Okay.
So I had Mistress Natalie over at my photo studio, which my studio is like, it's like has a backdrop and then it has an area with a bed and a couch. And she was like, hey, I have this sissy sub who I dress in. He's like a cross dresser and he really wants a boudoir shoot to remember the day by. And I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I've shot this guy before like 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm totally down. So he comes like full face of makeup, his nails done, stockings, lingerie, evening gowns. Like we did like 6 different looks. And he's in a pink chastity the whole time, which is like a cage around his dick so he can't get hard. And then it like loops around your balls so it stays on. Yeah. And so I'm like, I'm cool with it. And he has like crotchless panties and lingerie, and he's not a small guy, so I'm like, I don't even know where you get lingerie for like a 6 foot, 250 pound dude.
What's out there? There?
I guess the internet has supplied everything. So halfway through the shoot, he's like on Molly, and halfway through the shoot, he's
on
like,
Molly. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
and
by
he's
the
like
way,
talking.
BTW, I'm on drugs.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew that from the last time, but he's like touching his boobs, which she like injected all the silicone into, saline into his chest to make it look like he has boobs. And then he was like having me touch him. He's like, feel how nice they are. And he's like touching himself and his eyes are really droopy because he's high. And then he's like, he turns to me and he's like, I have to use the bathroom. And at my studio, it's like, it's an industrial space and there's a lot of art studios on this floor, so the bathroom's down the hall. I don't have like a toilet in my studio. So I wrap him in a robe and I walk him down to the bathroom and I wait for him. And I even asked her, I was like, is he going to be able to pee with his chastity on? And she's like, yeah, he just sits down like the little girl that he is. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so he gets back from the bathroom. We're taking more pictures on the bed. And I have this like sheep rug, like throw on the bed to make it look plush and stuff. And then I move him to the couch and we're taking more pictures. And Natalie, all of a sudden I hear her go, and I was like, what's going on? And I walk over to the bed and I also go, oh no. Because there's poo-poo
the shit
on my sheep's skin.
Oh god.
Not a full turd.
Yeah.
But like skid marks.
Skid mark? Oh god.
In the sheep's fur.
Oh god.
And mind you, this guy is paying both of us a ton of fucking money. And so I'm just like, okay. And she's like, oh my God. And like under her breath, she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I totally made sure he was clean before he came here. Maybe it's when he went to the bathroom. So I'm either thinking A, he either took a shit in the bathroom and didn't wipe properly, or B, sharted in his crotchless panties while we're taking pictures. And I was just like, okay, I'm a professional. I got this.
Jesus.
I was like, I'm just going to ignore it. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave you a couple extra bucks so you can buy a new one. And I was just like, okay, yeah. And we're like about to wrap up anyway. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to deal with human shit. He literally shit the bed. He shit the bed. And yeah. And then, like, as he's,
sorry. I said all shit. Sorry. Real quick. So I thought for a second he'd gone to the bathroom, then you saw it. Like that's what I thought. So he was like, he came to the bathroom. Oh my God, this is fucking so gross.
Yeah. I know. And I'm just like sitting, and I'm like, you're a professional, Ellen. You have pets. You can deal with this. And she even was like, I'm going to leave you a couple extra bucks. You can buy a new one. And I was just like, I'm just like so annoyed. But I literally had a booking in the studio the next day and I couldn't just like throw out the sheep because they are probably like, oh, where did that thing go? You know?
Yeah.
So after they
oh my God. Did you watch it?
No. I took alcohol wipes and pulled the parts of the fur with the shit in it and cut it out with scissors.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
Oh my God, this is so fucking gross.
yes. I was like, the things that I fucking do for money. I'm like, oh my God.
That is, oh my God, that is vile. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to deal with that. Oh my God, human shit too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, did he notice it? Did he like even?
No, because it was
he's
high on fucking drugs.
Yeah, he's like, oh, whatever, just shit. It's cool.
Yeah, he was high on drugs. Like, I'm paying these bitches a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shit on their bed.
Did it smell? Did it reek?
It didn't smell because it was just like a little bit of skid mark. It wasn't a full turd. He didn't take like a dump on the bed.
Yeah, but still, that's like.
But it was still like, it was one of those things where we both, me and Natalie, kept looking at it like, are we really looking at the right thing? Like, is this real? Like,
oh, that's gross. That is insane. I'm having a flashback. I don't know if I told us in the story either. I did a photo shoot. I did a shoot. Oh my God. Fuck. I forgot about this.
I'm opening
I don't know. I don't know if this was before we even did the podcast. This might have been before. Yeah, no, I won't say names, but I shot this person and I just trying not to say like without giving it away. It was like a group, it was a duo shoot. God, I'm not going to say anything really other than it was two people.
I mean, if you have to bleep, you can bleep over something if you slip.
One person was older. One person was like, of age, like younger. And, the older person, great, really cool. And he had on a diaper when he got there because he's having some issues. And then he would take off the diaper for the shoot. So,
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. This is what I mean. I might have to cut this out, but because I don't want to embarrass him. But anyway, he, it was at a studio that a friend of mine used to run. And, he had this couch that they found that was great for like a kind of boudoir type of shoot. So he was sitting on it, getting ready. This is like towards the end of the shoot. He was sitting on it, putting his clothes back on, and the kid got to the bathroom, and then I look over, and there's like a little dollop of
turd.
Brown. Yeah, I mean, like that turd is more like a stainy lick. Oh my God, it was like I don't know what to do. I'm like, what the fuck? So luckily there was some spray in there. We cleaned it off. Like really well, and then I just had to flip the thing over. The pad over. I didn't feel that bad because it was, again, my friend who had the studio, they just found it on the street. And he didn't give a fuck about it. He put a throw on it anyway, so it made it look nice. But it was visible, like a big stain. And we were all standing there. We had a makeup person in there. We're all kind of like, woo, what to do here? And then we're just not going to say anything. We'll just clean it up. And
because you don't want to shame the person, especially if they're an older person. Yeah, the guy who shit the bed, he's in his 70s, and it's like,
okay, yeah. That's it's, and I didn't know what to. I'm like, let's just. Yeah, but I've definitely. I mean, I don't think. Luckily, I didn't. I was not the one cleaning that up.
No, yeah.
They were like, "Oh, we got this." I'm like, "Cool." We're used to it. I'm like, "All right." But it was shocking.
I was telling my friend that I've been doing a lot of jobs recently, especially that one that literally right before the job, I'm cursing and I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fucking do this. And then as soon as the door opens, I'm like, hi.
Oh yeah, of course.
Hey, put on
what's
a
up?
face. I'm a professional. Yeah. And so I literally, as I was walking to the elevator to get them, I was like, oh, this is going to be so fucking annoying because I know he's on drugs and he's going to, this is going to be the worst. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. And then as he's leaving, I'm like, I can't believe you fucking shit. Yeah. And now to clean up this man's shit
yeah, that's
on
gotta
my
be awful.
Fucking pretty bed.
I wouldn't even know. That would, oh my God, that would fuck me up. I'd be like, what?
I mean, thank God it's not my actual bed. That would have even fucked me up even worse,
I would have to get a new bed. I
have to burn the entire studio now.
Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing that to the show, by the way, but that is fucking disgusting. Oh my God.
Hey, it's shit related. It's show related.
I mean, you were cutting it with scissors. Oh my God. I want to.
I had a little cup.
Were you retching?
And I'm putting the pieces of the poo-poo and the fur in the cup so I could just throw it all out.
No. God, no. No.
No. No. No. No. No.
Things I
Fuck.
do for money.
Yeah, man, that's hardcore.
But
I mean,
then at
look,
the
this
same
wasn't
time,
like
I'm
a
like,
full shit. I mean, that sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like, because I've had we just
oh, if
went-
he fully shit on the bed, I would have had a nervous fucking
yeah,
breakdown.
you're like, dude, you got.
I've been like,
you got to
what
deal with
the
your boy.
fuck is your problem? You better lick that up right now, you
I'm like, you better,
asshole.
you better deal. You get your boy over here because like
Yeah.
this is insane.
I'd be like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Nope.
ridiculous.
Oy.
Woof. Oh my god. You're like, maybe next time don't do drugs, or else wear a diaper under that.
No, but that's his adventure, you know?
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, you can't say no to these men who are paying you a ton of money, and this is like their vacation, you know?
Right. Oh no, I'm like, will there be drugs? Will there be shitting on the drugs? Here's a quick, before we do this shoot, a couple of things I want to run down.
Couple things I want to check.
I'm all,
Is your asshole clean?
yeah. There'll
Let's
be no,
put down like some wee-wee pads.
yeah, maybe put a butt plug in there next time.
Which actually, my ex left a bunch of wee-wee pads from the dog behind, and and I was like, I guess I could use these because
Yeah.
I do like pissing scenes and
this is
stuff
gonna
when
come
I
in
do
handy.
shoots. Yeah.
This is definitely going to come in handy, actually.
I was like, oh, God, my life.
Jesus
Where?
Christ, that is insane. Wow. Okay. Oh my God.
I got it at Costco, but that's why I keep it on the bed so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
people's dirty feet won't be on it and
Yeah.
stuff. You
I've
know,
had one of those
But
from like
still.
IKEA. They get dirty
Yeah.
so fucking fast. And like, again, puke, shit, any kind of brownie stain is like, it just, and you can always see it. No matter how much you try to wash it, you're like, there's like that little like faint color discoloration.
Yeah.
Someone's like, yeah, someone's shitting on this rug, right?
Yeah, but then like if anybody hears this episode, they're gonna be like, is there still poop on there? Do I want to shoot with that? And I'm gonna just be like,
Well, you did cut the
it.
one out.
I cleaned it.
Cleaned it. You know,
And
it's fine.
I went to Costco to get another one, but I think it's like a wintertime thing because they didn't have them.
Oh, okay.
And then it was cheap too. I would have bought a new one and just thrown out the other one
Yeah, yeah.
anyway. But
I got like IKEA used to sell those for like dirt cheap, like 15
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah, yeah.
Like they're not even real fur.
no, but this
anymore.
one's like I know the IKEA one you're talking about, and this one was like 4 times the size.
Oh shit, so bigger. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it's really big.
Damn. Okay, never mind.
So yeah, and
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's even worse when it's that big. You're like, oh my god, wow.
The poo-poo stain wasn't big.
But I mean, the actual physical size of the mat. You just like, I feel like I would, if I, no matter what the size, but I'd be like, oh my god, there it was. That's where the spot was.
Yeah.
That's where it was.
No, now I see any like tiny, even little tiny
Yeah.
speck, and I'm like, is that more poo?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is there more poo on that?
Pretty sure it's not gonna be a rug anymore. It's just gonna be like a flat, like just the underneath part. It's
Yeah, just
like,
shave
you just
the
cut
whole
everything out.
thing.
You just like give it a haircut.
Give it a crew cut.
Yeah, just like a fucking like get it one spot. Like what happened there? You're like, don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Just Photoshop that in,
Oh my god.
or just sit in that spot. No one's gonna see.
My friend who's staying with me has modeled for me in the past, and I told her, I was like, yeah, there was a time where I was like zoomed in on this model's butthole and realized there was poop, like little speck.
Yeah.
And I was like, my ex like looked over my shoulder and he was like, is that what I think it is? And I was like, I'm gonna retouch it away.
Yeah,
And
it's like it
I've
was
had
never there.
yeah, I've had people be like, which model is it? And I was like, I'm not going to publicly shame them. I'm not going to tell anybody who it is, but I will never forget that. Never
I
forget.
don't think. Luckily, I've knock on wood. I've never seen that in an edit done. I've cleaned up like, oh, this is like weird acne or something like
Lint.
that, or like just
Yeah,
weird shit,
yeah.
but nothing like. I've never seen a piece of shit. I mean, I feel like I would have. Maybe I would have saw that. I don't know, but like, I just like, woo, that's pretty
Yep.
gnarly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, that was.
And she was like, I hope it wasn't me. And I was like, it wasn't you. And even if if out of the like 200 models I've shot, if it was you, I wouldn't even fucking tell you because I'm
Yeah.
not going to shame you.
Yeah.
You know,
totally.
like I'm an adult. I can fucking deal with this, but
Yes.
it is gross.
Agreed. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you got through it. The guy probably got some pretty good pictures, but he, unbeknownst to him,
He loves the pictures.
oh, I'm sure. There you go. So he's like, yeah. And then, someday maybe be like,
Whatever to make the client happy so they keep coming
Yeah,
back
keep
and
coming
giving
back.
me more money. I don't give a
Exactly.
fuck.
yeah. Oh my god, that is
Give
pretty
me
wild. That's
the
wild. Oh my god, that's like gross. The worst nightmare. Well, We could move on to a little shitty choices if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah. I'm down.
Shitty choices. So this one is so stupid, but like, just I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so you can never wash your ass again.
Oof.
Which is this is disgusting. Both of these, or never wash your genitals again. I know they're in the same neighborhood. I know they live like they're neighbors and all, but you got to pick one. That's exactly what I was thinking when I was making lunch. I'm like, oh, why did
I honestly, this is the biggest Sophie's choice of all the questions you've ever asked.
Yeah.
Only because they're both going to send you to the doctor. That's all I can think of.
That's what I thought too.
You know?
They're both gonna like end badly.
Yes.
Like there's no like, you just gotta pick which one you want.
I think genitals I will keep washing, and
Yeah.
as much as like
It's horrible.
I mean, like when I'm down there in the shower, I literally wash the both at the same time because it's so close.
They're sharing the property lines. It's just like,
exactly. Like there was some comedian back in the day who was talking about like, he's like, why is the vagina so close to the butthole? It's like having a playground next to a dumpster,
Yeah, if people have vaginas, that's for sure. Like, I feel like you don't clean that for a while. That's like you're begging for some kind of craziness.
Oh yeah.
You get a dick and balls. I just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna just leave my asshole and then I'll clean my balls and dick because at least I figured I'm in the front. I could see that, and it's like they're both gonna stink. But just having like when you've had like crotch. Like really,
both things you will never have sex again.
Oh yeah, for sure. No one's going down there at any point. I mean, maybe you can get away with like, okay, look, don't go down there. Just put it in or jump on top. I'm not saying it's gonna like it's still at least it could get banged from the. I could be like, okay, you get from behind, so you don't have to like. But it's gonna be gross. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Or just wear a pair of shorts and just put it like crotchless underwear. Just like never.
I mean, the vagina is so close to the butthole.
Yeah.
Like even I had a gay guy friend. He saw like a picture and he was like, I didn't realize that they were so close. And I was like, yeah,
it's insane.
Our taint is like a sliver almost.
It's like a piece of like aluminum foil. It's like this boop, just razor thin. At least a guy, he's got a little bit of space, like a little bit of like. So I feel like I could put shorts on or something like that and just like cut a hole out in the front. At least, something. But yeah, they're
still
awful.
Stink like shit though.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Ugh. I'm like, look, we'll go a little doggy style, baby. Why? Yeah. Trust me, you don't want to come down
walk
here
behind me.
Yeah, you don't want to any of this. But yeah, your sex life will be ruined.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna I guess never wash my ass again. Oh my god, that's just. Oh.
It's disgusting.
Horrible.
I mean, you don't even like going without using a bidet.
Yeah. And it's not washing your just like caked on. It's gonna look like an abandoned porta potty.
No, you're gonna be like ass napkin Ed and have fucking worms in there.
Everything's itchy all the time.
Ugh.
Because I could imagine. I don't know what's worse, like having an itchy asshole or having like jock itch. Where you're just,
they're both horrible, and we'll send you to the doctor.
They're both horrible, but just the thought of like, oh my god, you're gonna be like your cat, like dragging your ass on the floor. For
disgusting.
Relief. Yeah, this is a good one. They're both awful. Like they both end in just horribleness. So okay, we'll get two for. We're never gonna wash our ass again, but we'll wash our genitals. Lordy. But there's still gonna be a lot of stink going on.
Oh lordy.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you could like. I guess
at least you're amused.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm disgusted. You're amused.
Well, I was because I was thinking about the same thing. I'm like, there's no right answer. It's like they're both horrible. Like,
yeah. Well, that's like what we've asked people in the past, shitty choices, and they're like, they're both bad. And you're like, that's the point of the game. It's a Sophie's choice.
Because if you don't wash it, if you're not washing your ass for a while, I feel like that's going to creep up into the sack area, like taint. It's going to be disgusting. Yes. So it's like, it doesn't matter what you don't clean. It's just something's going to take over the next. It's like you can't put like a radioactive material on the ground and not expect it to fuck up the whole table.
Yes.
The soil. Yeah. It's just going to spread.
Yes.
Oh, god damn. Okay.
Chernobyl.
Ooh, okay, we'll do a little palate cleanse, and then
You're overwhelmed.
well, because I was like, it was so funny. I was making lunch, and I'm like, God damn, this is fucking awful. All right. So this one is actually, I found this online on Twitter, and it's really fascinating. It's a little more like heady, but pretty cool. There was a 2,700-year-old stone toilet discovered in Jerusalem.
Ooh.
And this was from this website called historyfirst.com by Mark Bridge on May 26th of 2023. So they found this toilet, basically a latrine, and what they're calling is like a fancy, like luxurious lavatory. Because it's made out of stone, it's carved out like, you know, where you take your shit, where you take your piss. But they found like little like presence of like parasites that would have caused like endemics in the world, like diarrhea, dysentery. Yeah, so because like they were saying, like basically most people back then in this age, 2,700 years ago, there wasn't like a flushable toilet or anything like that. So people that were well-to-do had these like stone toilets carved, and whatever how they just sort of went into a pit, but at least the common folk just had a board, and they would just sort of like they could go over a big like this open pit, and they had a little sort of like walking area, and they would just sort of squat over that and shit into it. But these people were like discovered in the Middle East, at least, that this was like someone had some wealth, because the way you could see where the butt cheek things were carved in, and like the imprints. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, okay. They were saying that this was from like a family or possibly royalty that had a bunch of money, because the way that the latrine was like actually carved out, you could see like the sort of butt imprints and everything. There was a part for urine and feces. It was like a really expensive, at the time, I imagine, super expensive to make, and you had to have money. But they're discovering all these parasites and everything that were like basically called like MRSA, Giardia. And it's just so
sound like they were healthy. They might have been rich, but they weren't healthy.
Because they're shitting in these fucking gross open pits. But like they just discovered this, and they're kind of like, it was just so fascinating, the haves and the have-nots. But then like the fact that they're finding all this like bacteria still in all these toilets, really fascinating stuff. But basically they're saying that like this, because obviously you're not, your water's, sorry, there's no water involved, it's not being treated or anything. These people are getting sick and dying left and right, which is people probably live until 30 or 28 and being like, that's like 80 to them. But really, really fascinating shit. And I'm just like interested in like, well, like being an archaeologist, you just find like a bathroom.
Yeah.
You're like, wow. And just but also the fact that how ornate these sort of like toilets are. I mean, obviously they're like Cro-Magnon compared to what we have now.
But is it just like a bowl? Did it have like, because sewer system?
It looks like a slab that's been carved out.
No, I know, but where, like when you pooped into that, then where did it go?
I think it just went into like its own pit, but it was like they did back.
Oh, like a outhouse.
Yeah, kind of. It was like almost like gravity. I think they just had it set up where it dropped far away enough where you didn't get to smell as much, versus the people that lived in town or like below. They were like, it was like part of their like
shitting on the street.
Yeah, basically. So, or a common shitting area where everybody used, which everybody got sick. But again, like they found all this kind of bacteria in there, and like just we're linking it back to like basically all kinds of like
common poopers where you just shit all together.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Like that's a recipe.
Roman times.
That's a recipe right there for disaster.
Where they'd share the same stick to wipe.
Dysentery up the wazoo. But yeah, it was just so gross. Like it's just like they're basically just calling it fertile grounds for infections. Yeah, no shit. There were early toilets and there were cesspits, but like, you know, it's like one of those things where it's just like you keep doing that, you're gonna, you know, it's gonna spread like wildfire. And
it's not a no shit, it's a yes.
Yes.
Shit.
It's a duh.
Shit.
Yeah, shit. But I thought that was really fascinating. Like just stuff. This is how resilient bacteria and like germs are.
Yeah, if it lasts 2,700 years,
it's disgusting.
That's insane. Before Jesus.
Yeah. And also how affecting gut health, and like they can go back and find people that were, you know, they can go back and like carbon date things and find like bodies or bones or anything like that, and sort of see what like people's digestive system, how it really worked. I mean, this is fucking insane, like science. Just amazing. But yeah, I gotta remember to put this I'll put a photo up, but it's just like a stone toilet. And I was like, damn, that's fucking amazing.
It's BC.
And that's the fact that someone's like, you know what? We need some kind of device where I can just go to the bucket, just shit it instead of like just shit in the ground. Like,
Well, what makes you think like there's so many things that we can't tell about history because it disintegrated or decomposition, you know? Like there could have been wooden toilets back then, but they have just not lasted 27 years. You
Also,
know, it's just the stone ones that last longer.
Can you imagine like a wooden toilet that like, I mean, eventually like it just for a disintegrator or like just, you know, whatever. But like even before then, like the amount of people that were using it, just like how worn in it got and like just the amount of shit that was all over it.
Yeah.
Just like covered in it. And it's like normal.
It's like Dottie's toilet that she has in her van.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a wooden box with a bucket inside.
crazy.
I mean, before plastic, like what did you use as your bucket inside, you
I don't
know?
know. Probably like a porcelain or a metal, something like
Or just more
or
wood?
just more wood. I don't know. Like fucking leaves. A pile of something, an empty hole in the ground.
Yeah.
But
I was
yeah.
talking to a friend of mine about that, like how vaginas are so delicate. If you stick anything in it, we can get a yeast infection, BV. Like you fart the wrong way and all of a sudden you're at the gynecologist with a problem. And it's like, this is in 2023. What happened 2,000 years ago? Just like where people were barely showering and like having sex and like just spreading just gross bacteria.
It was that shitty choice. That's what it was. All the time. Just like vaginas making bread all day.
Ugh. It's disgusting.
Dudes walking around with like the smelliest dicks ever. And you're like, I gotta fuck this person.
I mean, but at the same time, you were 25 and a grandparent,
exactly.
and like you were ready to go die.
Yeah, like
you know?
30 was like 80 now. Well, they're like, oh my God, you made it to 30? How? And like probably pockmarked and like open sores everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, just kill me, man. Just like, I may not know, whatever. Back then, obviously, you can't predict the future, especially to now. But you have a nose. You just be like, this is not, or maybe it's a thing. It's just so used to it. You're like, oh yeah, this person smells pretty good.
They smell like shit.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah. Or probably a lot of perfumes. A lot of people for dousing themselves in that perfume. Like they must have just smelled like a weird
but a perfume on shit.
Yeah. You may get used to it after a while. What's that sweet effervescent smell?
Ugh, gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. So it would suck to live in the city too, back then. In like crowded area, you'd be like, this is a fucking nightmare. I want to live like on an island somewhere, maybe like a little distance from people, maybe. But either way, it's disgusting.
Hose me down in
I would
some
like kill
water.
me. Fucking kill me.
Yeah.
I can't take this. His life can't be like this.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
it's amazing that the human race even existed. Like, who wants to fuck under those conditions?
Yeah. Who's horny? I'd be like, everybody fucking smells like shit.
And God only knows what other disease.
Yeah, just everything is just like, gotta be like, oh my God. Just disgusting. Yeah. So here's that.
Yeah.
It must have been like BV to like the 10th, 20th millionth power.
Yeah. And yeast infections. Like people probably had yeast infections in their throat and in their mouths.
Oh God. Yeah. That's bad. That's bad. I mean, like, for all the fucked up things that are going around in this world, I'm like, right now is the best time. Like right now. And it's still like fucking not even that great.
Yep.
So, okay. So on that little note, thank you out there who listen to this show so much for supporting us, for listening to us, for laughing and learning everything but with us.
And happy pooping, everybody, and enjoy your butthole.
For more info, go to heypoopypodcast.com or email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. You can send in show ideas, guest requests. Check us out on Twitter at heypoopy, Instagram at heypoopypodcast, TikTok, heypoopypodcast, and our awesome new Facebook fan page. Go check it out at heypoopypodcast. We're also on Discord at heypoopydumps, or you can contact us at our new awesome hotline, 203-998-5579.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect for Entertainment. Produced by Dave and Ellen. Edited by Dave. Executive producer Stormy Leather. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy!